Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick instruction video on my basketball CGC for setting things up. Um, I've made it so that you don't have to have cards on your desktop. You'll just be able to choose them here. As you see, as of right now, everything will have an error on it when you go to set it up, but that's because you don't have anything in the home and visitor rosters yet. Um, I also have an extra tab in here that I won't be using because it's a lot of extra steps and I don't want to lose too many people. But this is my sub plan page. I don't use this part much, but it's there if I want it to kind of schedule um, when I want to use players and rotations and stuff. And these numbers right here I use to track actual minutes played against replay minutes played to kind of better regulate player usage on the court. And a lot of that contains links and stuff. And I think it'll be easier if we don't do that just because I'll lose a lot of people, I'm sure. But I could always put another video out later on setting that up if we need to. So first thing we want to do, we don't want to save over our permanent copy, so or make any mistakes to it. So let's save this thing, and we'll just call this one um, test. All right, because I'm only going to do one team, show you how to set up, and now we have that called test. Um, we'll start with setting up the team sheet. This is all found in your Courtside basketball team year folder, and this is 96, 97, and this is the statistics sheet for Philadelphia, and that's the team I'm going to kind of walk through. So we'll have that open. Then I'm going to go back because I'm going to need the teams. We'll open up Philadelphia, and we'll do that. And another thing I like to do when I first open a team sheet and we get that edit links is select everything, hit Control C and values, and you'll no longer have links. Everything's nice numbers. Do that to the defense. A lot easier. Otherwise, you get links all over the place. Control C and values. Same with the team. Control C, values. Sorry about that. And that has that ready. So we'll go back to the statistics sheet, and we're going to put 76ers in here. And I'm a little crazy about coloring things up, so go online real quick. And Kramer's is a good one for doing this. Got basketball, NBA. Go down, go to the Sixers, and we'll go 96, 97. Actually, I like to use that right back on the other page. Take that logo, and we're doing it again. Getting too quick here. Bear with me. All right, now I'm going to go save picture as, and I'll put that in my pictures because as you see, I got a ton. And we'll call that Sixers. Um, I forget the years. 77 to 97. So we'll do 77. Oh, Sixers 7797. Save. And then let's scroll on down here to the unis. And we'll get the this one here. I do actually like to use the bigger one because I'm gonna go into paint. I'll save that picture as Sixers 96 uni. And we'll go into paint, or I use paint because it's pretty simple. You use paint, Paint Shop Pro or anything. And momentary lapse of reason here. Okay, paint. And we're going to open that up. You're going to need this anyway because you're going to be putting your RGB values into your roster sheet when you do this. So bear with me while we take care of some of the essentials here. I think it's a necessary evil. And we'll give that a red background. So we're going to take our handy dandy dropper here, pick up the red. As you see, we have it selected color 1. Go over to edit colors, and you've got your RGB values right here. So we will minimize this a little bit so we can see them. And I'm going to use that as the background. So we'll go into the home, the background, and we're going to go to more colors, custom, and we're going to enter our RGB values so we get the exact color off of the picture. 52. And then we have a red background. And I think we'll use the blue for the border. So we'll drop her that. Edit colors again. Go back into the Home tab, select your Borders tab, go down to Line Color, More Colors, Custom, enter the RGBs, 36, 62, 124. And you can write those down if you want for future reference. I'll just go back in and look them up later. And you hit the dark border and you've got your blue there. And for the text, we'll just go white, which is simple. And there you have it. Okay. I'll go back to full screen, go over here to logo, and we'll hit insert picture. And then we put that in under the Sixers. 7797, we'll put that in. And we'll drag it down to the size where it fits the box all right and doesn't break everything up. If you grab the corners, it'll resize everything and you won't stretch or skew. That looks pretty good right there. Yeah, go a little smaller. You can also fine tune this by using the properties box and stuff, but I usually just drag it around and use the arrow keys to get it where I want it. And there you go. Now you got your logo and everything ready. So we'll go back to the active roster. I'm going to keep these in order by alphabetical order that they come in, just to keep things simple. And we'll hit the one-time button, and that'll populate everything up here. And so I think we're basically ready. While we're on the statistics sheet, we will go down to the bottom here and open a new sheet and rename that roster, because you're going to need that. Okay, and we'll pull down the statistics sheet and we'll go to the of course we are. And Windows is going to go crazy on me and button you. Always when you're trying to do something constructive. Okay. Let's see why we've got that open. Well, it's just being Windows or Excel. I don't know. Their updates are really messing with things lately. So we'll go back in. We're going to select your whole offensive sheet. And at this time, you'll want to have the team converter file open, um, which you'll have as the package Jeremy will send you. And you'll want to be on the offense tab. And go back to your Philadelphia. You're going to Control C, select all that. We'll go back to the team converter and just hit paste. And that's all you need to do. My calculations page, actually I can't even take credit for that. I got that from Chris Davis from Inside Sports, and kind of modified the technique to suit my needs for Courtside and a couple other games, converting from cards into data blocks. So I will not take credit for that. Thank you, Chris Davis. Um, and that'll collect all the information you just pasted. As you see, all of it is now in there, all the information off the cards, and you didn't have to do anything. And we'll put that into the roster tab. Haha. As soon as we're done doing the defense and team. So select the defense next. Go back to your team sheet. Select that defense. Same thing. Control C. Back again to the converter. Control V. And then we'll do the same thing for the team. And Control C. Converter. Control V. Okay. And we will then come into the catch, and you'll want to select everything. And I should put a button in there. Maybe I'll do that to select all and copy. That way you don't have to remember and you don't do anything wrong. And Control C and come over to roster and just do this one here. We want the values. So do undo values, because we do not want all the calculations and stuff coming over. We just want raw data. Okay, so you there have the roster for your Philadelphia 76ers for 96, 97. Control C that, and we'll go back over to the statistics page and the blank roster page you made. We'll select the upper leftmost button, and we will click Control V. And there you have your roster. Everything's in place. And one of my favorite things is going down here and doing colors. So we have our home and away. And so the away border will be 36. I'm a mechanic, so deal with me. My typing and verbal skills are not great. Let's see. The away background will be 236, 2652. And the text will be just white, which is 255, 255, 255. Okay. Now, what we didn't do was we didn't open the home team uniform for the Sixers that year, but the colors are basically the same. They're just going to be inverted a little bit. You can always double check it. We'll go in here. Yeah, it looks like they're using a little black and stuff. No, that's 95 on next year. So the colors should be all the same. Should just be inverted, so we won't have to do all this. So I think we'll stick with the blue border, and we'll just flip-flop the background and then the text. So the background will be 255 white, and the text will be 236, 26, and 52. And the border, we'll keep that the same as the other one, 36, 62, 124. And your roster should be good. So you now have your Philadelphia roster sheet all set up. So when you set your lineups and everything, we'll go in here and let's see. We will put I know we was never really good at it, but AI at the point, Stackhouse at 3. I mean at the shooting guard. Let's see, Coleman, and I'm just doing this for instructional purposes. It's not a lineup. I usually go and get the actual lineups and everything and do it right. But we're just instructing right now. So, oh, what am I doing there? And we'll add a few subs in. Davis 6, 7. I try to keep them all in as much as possible in um, minute played order. 7, 8, 9. We'll give them 10 subs. Put Overton in there. And sort roster, select, and we're set over here. I have another step that I do that's probably a good idea for you guys to do also. It's a good reminder to have, because I know you get kind of lost in there sometimes when you're selecting who you want to bring in, and that I have a formula that'll look up their positions and stuff and put that over here. And if anybody ever wants that, just let me know, and I'll put up another video on how to do that. I don't want to make this one too long, and you don't really need it to play. Most of it'll show up in the cards anyway. You know what? Belay that. Let me go in and open up my Atlanta from 7980. And I'll show you some of the things I'm talking about. This is already done. See, I have their positions listed here, so it's easy to see when you're selecting or looking at who you want to put in, you've got your positions listed right there. That's a simple formula, VLOOKUP, and we're looking up the name on the roster and the position. So I'm just going to Control C that, enter, come back over Philadelphia, go right here, Control V, and we now have the Sixers positions, and it's a little big. And as you can see, and it's good this is showing up, um, we have a discrepancy. Um, there's nothing showing for Clarence Weatherspoon. And the reason for this is in the cards, Clarence was abbreviated with CLA. So you'll either need to make your roster reflect that, or you'll want to change the Clarence's name in that. For me, it's easier just to come over here and do the main page, and we'll Control C Clarence Weatherspoon. I'd rather have the full names, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have everything set up to shrink to fit. And we'll go back to the roster, and then we'll find the instances of Clarence. Oh, Clarence Weatherspoon. We didn't want to do that. Okay, so I forgot there's some extra stuff added in there. So let's just bring him down here. We'll do it like that, and then we'll select this, cut. Let's copy just in case. Back to the roster. Clarence, paste, and I do everything um, values just to be sure. And make sure you hit all the instances of his name, and there should be only those. And we go back to the schedule, we can delete that, and he now has his position. And so we're ready to start populating our game then. And hit select roster, go back to test, and for this game, I think we will just populate both with, boy, I haven't done this a while, so bear with me. Oh, yeah, not listening to my own advice here. Okay. And we'll put the 76ers in both, just so we can show you some colors and stuff. Okay, now visitors roster, we will highlight the visitor roster tab on the game sheet, and we will go back to get the Atlanta out of here. Cancel. Get Atlanta out of here. Don't save. And we'll go, we don't need the team sheet anymore. Do a little housekeeping. And we will grab our roster. And it's best to just, you can just grab right there. And keep that, once you selected it, it should stay selected. And we go back into the test, and we hit that in the visitors roster. Just hit Control V, and we'll do the same thing for the home team, Control V. And as you can see, we now have some colors showing up here. They didn't show up over here because I did something wrong. But no, I Control V'd and didn't control use the values only. These will work with the um, rest values, and we'll show you when they're tiring. You'll go red and yellow, and kind of help you decide when you need to pull people out and everything. So we'll get the starters and everything up here, and then we go to these buttons right here. Been a while since I've done this. I got caught up in dugout steps for a while, so bear with me as I remember my steps here. And if I'm not mistaken, I will click this button and it will populate my cards. So, and I just see that it did. And you can click either one of these, and then you go over here, and voila, you have your cards. I have this down to 100% because my old computer monitor wasn't very good. But as you can see, everything's there. Um, so you don't have to come in here and manipulate cards, although you can. I have drop-down menus in each one, um, particularly for for the defense. So if you want to swap defenders, you can do that manually. But I do suggest you do all your um, substitutions via the old game style by copy paste in here and then just clicking these buttons when you're done. And I'll go through a quick sub later. But the fun part, as you can see, the Sixers were not these colors, so we haven't done something yet. I have a nice little, yes, a Sixers uniform button over here, and you'll click on that, and as you can see, we get our true colors for the home and away. And we're going to go to the team page, and I got the NBA logo. You'll click that, and your team colors will be in place. And we'll go to the home, and we'll do the same thing. Click on the home uniform button, and you've got your home and away uniforms. And the other nice thing is your um, mats, color mats, will be applied for you. Um, and that should be, I don't know if this is a release that I have the tiebreaker in. If you have problems with that, let me know. I can give you a fix. Any problems with this, let me know. I have versions upon versions, and this is the one where I fixed most of the buttons and all the other stuff, and this looks to be my most complete one. And I need to go in and organize this, but I wanted to get that out there because I know a lot of guys don't have space or play on the road, and you need the availability to have your cards on the screen, and this is the easy way to do it. So there you have it. Let me put that at 100%. And say we were going to do actually I can play around with this a little bit, do some minutes here. See if we can get some colors started. See Scott Williams is starting to go yellow already um, and then he goes red when he's tired. As you can see, it's over his rest rate. So you'd want to pull him out. So in pulling him out, you'd bring him over here. I try to keep him in order, but you can't always do that. I'll bring Mark Davis in, and then we're going to hit the button, and we're going to go check everything out. And as you can see, Mark Davis for the home team is now defending Scott Williams for the visiting team because we didn't do it both rosters. And the same on the home the home sheet. Mark Davis is now being defended by Scott Williams. And if I felt like switching Clarence Willis-Boone and Scott Williams, I could do that, and you've now just swapped defenders. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. takes care of business for you. Everything's in place. It should be all correct. If you find something wrong, let me know so I can fix it. And that's basically it. The conversion is probably the hardest part. As you see, that doesn't take a whole lot. And once you have them done, they're done. And it makes gaming very easy. So that, my friends, is all I have. Thanks for joining me.